Welcome to Jackal DIY and Tech. In today's video, I will try to replace the battery on my phone. While it still does work, the battery not so much. Sometimes it gets to 15% and it just shuts off. In this case, it's at 13%, so it's still okay, but who knows? Maybe it will turn off in a moment or two. But before that happens, I'll just take a look inside, see if I can change the battery. And well, because this is a newer smartphone, you can just replace the battery like in the old ones. You have to take the whole phone apart, which, well, for some may not be an option. But even if you don't have all of the tools, they do have some kits. I did buy a kit online, so it comes with a bunch of tools. So let's take a peek. What does this kit include? I would say this is a puller for the screen. I most likely won't need this. Then we have a thin opener, a thicker one, 1, 2, 3 screws. I imagine this depends on the phone. And 2 picks to help open the phone. Of course, we also have the battery. Now, it does not say what type it is, but it is a BN40, which is for the Redmi 4 Prime. Now, the caution label is a little bit funny. Caution: static sensitive devices not to be handled by unauthorized personnel YX. Luckily, I'm an XY personnel, so that means that I can work on the device. So let's put that aside. And also, yeah, we do have one more thing inside the box. It's the glue strips. And this is why it's also a pain in the butt to remove the battery. So I'll see how lucky I'll be. And also, I may actually need to use an old, what's it called, credit card or plastic card of some kind. So the first thing that I have to do is power off the phone. So that is done. First I have to take out these 2 screws. Will you see it? It's a tiny 5-tip point screw. So that is definitely something I do not have just laying around at home. I'll just put all of the screws into the box. So I'll put all of them inside here so I don't lose them. Was that it? I guess so. So the next step is to actually take the top off. And how you take the top off? Well, it's with this one, with the thick one, maybe also the thin one, but I'll see how it goes. I did take a look at one of the older videos, and basically you just jam this in along the edge. And I can say that it looked a lot easier on the video. Well, it's certainly not as easy as it was on the video. So there is some kind of clip somewhere, I still don't see it. So the tips, at least on these 2 blue ones, are really brittle. Not brutal, but brittle. Which means that when you get the tip in between the screen and the housing, the tip will most likely just snap off. Now, if you do a lot of phone battery replacements, you most likely have some better tools than what is provided in the kit. Now, I can't open it with too much force because there is a ribbon cable connecting maybe both the camera and the fingerprint scanner, which would kind of suck. I mean, I can still access it. Don't tell me I have to take this out. Looks like it. Oh, it doesn't mention that I should. Okay, so take that out and hopefully I will now be able to take this out. So yeah, that definitely had to come out. So I finally managed to do it with my old card, this tool, which was for car replacing things, and as you can see, these plastic pieces that come with the kit are very brittle. I have quite a few chunks missing, but anyway, we can now take the screen off, disconnect the ribbon cable, just like that. Everything good, and we have the battery. So I can take all of the screws out to also get the motherboard out. Well, I do have to disconnect it, so I do have to at least take something out. And that something should be this shield, if nothing else. And we have one knee protection label. I think I got it in 2017. So that came off. So I can now disconnect the battery as well, hopefully. Battery is disconnected. Maybe before I go all in disassembling, I will put this new battery on top so I can see that it will actually fit. So yeah, this is the correct battery. Maybe I will also disconnect this antenna, or maybe not. I'll just put it back and see how it goes. Now, if I'm lucky, I will not need to disassemble also the motherboard, and I will just be able to take the battery out, hopefully. So this kind of glue strips are beneath the battery. You see the ends here. Depending on how unexposed, I guess, the battery was to elements, you can pretty much be lucky and get all of the glue out. But with that one, I guess I was not lucky. How about with this one? Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit lucky. Now the thing is, the battery can bend. So let me just take this cord and try getting underneath the battery, which I don't think will be an easy task. Maybe to keep it simple for myself, I will take off the top motherboard, and I also have to disconnect all of the cables. That is it for the screws. Now the cables. I should now have a bit easier time getting to the battery. I just hope the screen holds tight, because it's quite bendy. Does it show? Doesn't really show, but the screen is quite bendy. Don't really know why they put the glue strips inside, because I mean the battery is not gonna move. So yeah, you can also bend these legs, tiny legs, so you also have to be careful of that. In this specific case, I also have to be careful of this flex cable and the flex cable that is beneath, and then I also have one flex cable on this side that goes beneath the battery. So this is definitely a slow process, and it also should be, because the battery, it can be very sensitive. You don't want to puncture it with anything. I think the glue is actually sticking to the cord. That's why I have such a hard time cutting through. One section of the battery out. I can tell you that this glue really sucks to get off. I imagine it's quite good if it stays in place and you don't need to remove anything. Otherwise, I don't see how you would do this faster. Maybe with the heat gun, but do you really want to heat up the battery? I don't know. I would say no. Can I just take it off? I can. That was tough to take out. Well, the good thing is the screen is not wobbly, so at least that's something. Should I take the glue off? Probably, to the best of my capability, at least so it's not chunky. Now when it comes to the engineering, it's not German, but it's definitely precision. Now I can't really take the glue off, and even if I did, the glue that I got is too big, so I most likely will not be using it. So let's put the new battery in. Make sure we just use plasticky tools. Okay, battery is in. Now I'll put the motherboard back in. Make sure that I have all of the flex cables in position. Put the screws in, and then lastly I will connect the battery and test it out. Now if this works as advertised, then the replacement was fairly simple. The biggest pain in the butt was obviously taking the cover off and then getting the battery out. So speaking of battery, let's connect it. Okay, so battery is in. Will it power on if it doesn't have the camera and the scanner? Probably not. So I will also close the battery section so I can connect the back. Okie dokie. Now for the last connector, which is this one. I probably won't be able to show it on camera because of fat fingers, but so the cable is in. So the cable is connected. I just removed my SD card, but the phone should still power on without it. It's powering on. Now this ROM is custom, it's Evolution X, and I believe it runs Android 10. Battery is at 53%. Date, not quite June the 9th. I connected to Wi-Fi and it set the time correctly to Wednesday 31st of December. Do I have anything about the battery? So I always have the battery saver on. Battery temperature 28 degrees. Oh, look at that. So I will have to see how long now this battery will last. Usually it did not last more than a day. But yeah, I did look at like X, Facebook, maybe some Instagram and surfing on the web, maybe some YouTube, and that was it. And also some emails, so we'll see. Now I will just turn the phone off, put it back together, and also put my card in, because the replacement worked, and I don't see myself opening the phone again. Let's see if this will now snap back into place, or if that is too much to expect. And with that, the job should be done. Oh yeah, a job well done. And with that, the battery was successfully replaced. Now I will just have to wait and see how long the battery will last, and if I'll be able to use this battery in some other projects that are not as intensive as a phone. So it has been a while that I have replaced the battery, but it's looking fine. You can see at 10%, the last full charge was 3 days ago. Let's see how it went. Pretty steady. 8 hours left. What about on screen time? Maybe not really that much. Google shows 1%, but I've used it for 2 days. What? Don't really know how this one counts. Also, Google Play Store, I did not use it for this long. And I'm pretty sure I've watched YouTube for more than 4 minutes. But yeah, definitely a lot better battery life. Now, if you have a phone that's old, but just needs a new battery, maybe this will be an inspiration for you, and you will attempt something like this yourself. Just make sure that whatever you do, be very careful with the batteries. You don't want to puncture them, bend them too much, and you will be good. And well, you may do this outside, just as a precaution. And look at that, you could even replace the screen. If you found the video helpful and would like to see more DIY stuff, subscribe to the channel. That's it for this video, and we'll do something else in the next one.